We're going to be talking about 3 books. We're going to be talking about The Lost Children. We're going to be talking
Co-teachers share in the process of instructing all students, whether that occurs in a large group, monitoring students, working independently, or facilitating group work. This arrangement requires the highest degree of collaboration and trust, as well as the ability to mesh or blend their teaching styles. Overall, this model can be very rewarding for both the teachers and the students.
And Mrs. Miller is going to be helping me with that. And so we're going to have 2 different groups.
The beauty of co-teaching is that you use your resources and make it a better instruction together. So I came up with a graphic organizer so that the students could see all the parts of a legend. And we may do this in many different ways. This is how we did with the legend, and put a graphic organizer, the teepee, in the middle as well to visually remind the students of the parts of a legend. And then they were able to record on the parts of the legend right here.
The groups were based on their reading level. So based on the QRI, they were divided up into 2 groups.
Now, I'm going to have everyone right now rate yourself. So inside your teepee, if you were on task when Mrs. Gunther was talking up there, give yourself a plus.
There's different ways to do tiered assignments, and one of the ways that we did it this time, we tiered by resources. So that means the material was chosen at various reading levels and complexity of content. The other thing, it encourages the students to share what they have learned with the class during particular activities. And then it also allows the students to compare and contrast ideas from multiple sources.
We looked to see how we could divide the students up to have better instruction, more effective instruction. Passed down through the generations by storytellers. That's what a legend is.
What did you write down?
Can I read?
Mary and I planned the lesson last week together. It took about 30 minutes, you would say. We also don't always do ability-based grouping when we do the parallel teaching. We've done folk tales where we actually have looked at Stephen Kellogg's books, and we have just randomly assigned the kids to 2 different books for the idea and purpose of trying to find exaggerated language. So you just happened to see one where it was a book chosen at the reading level.
Literature breeds questions. Questions about life and our existence in the world and big issues in our society. And I think that my job as a literature teacher is to provide opportunities for students to explore those questions that they have while they read books, and to give them the opportunity to share their perspectives and learn from their peers in a discussion format. Okay, well today what I want to do is have a Socratic seminar discussion on what we've read so far. But I don't think we can just talk about chapters 14 through 16 in isolation. I think anytime we talk about the book, it's going to bleed into what we've already read. The Socratic style of discussion is, of course, based off of Socrates' method of teaching. When his pupils asked him a question, he was known to respond to them with a question instead of an answer, encouraging them to question the world around them and to make judgments that help shape their understanding. And does that add to the characteristics? Does this add to the dystopia environment of the book too? They learn important listening skills, a skill often disregarded in our society today, and they learn to build a confidence in their own ideas.
She was way stronger than them because she actually had like lots of protein.
Yeah, she might have been skinny, but
she was healthier.
Students often tell me that they enjoy our Socratic seminars because they have the opportunity to talk about things that they never talk about during lunch or on the weekends. One of the ways that I work to include 21st century skills in my own classroom is by teaching students to engage in and enjoy having intellectual conversations with their peers. If I let them, students can take a text to a whole new world that I never knew existed. That is, of course, if we as teachers are willing to let go of the right answers and to focus on the connection.